throwing cigarettes over.
Давай. 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 Прыгай. Давай. Опа. Давай, 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 давай.
So we're just driving up to Ukrainian Naval Command. We're trying to get into the base to meet with the Ukrainian naval officials, but some pro-Russian people have encircled the base, and the Naval Command inside, they've told me over the phone that they think that they're being stormed at the moment. So we're going to try to get in from another entrance.
Россия! Россия! Россия!
So now we're considering climbing over the wall because the crowds are too big outside both entrances to the Ukrainian naval base. And I saw some soldiers sitting up above the wall, some Ukrainian soldiers. Maybe they can help us get over.
Давай, раз, два, три. Опа. Давай, давай. Аккуратно.
So we just came over the wall of the Ukrainian naval base. And we're in. This is the gate that we tried to get through from the other side. And this is the Ukrainians barricaded inside. So apparently these Russian soldiers, they came in overnight and they're just wandering around the base and doing what they want. He says they're not really bothering anybody, but it's not clear under whose permission they were let into the Ukrainian naval base. They've already barricaded up the doors with tables. And they've put these desks everywhere to make it harder for people to move through. Show these empty slots.
Украинские моряки ходят без оружия, и создается такое ощущение, что база у них, и что вы без оружия. Я пытаюсь ситуацию понять.
Есть, просто мы в целях избежания провокаций мы их спрятали сюда и все.
Понятно. И ничего.
Чтобы не получилось, не, у нас сейчас оружие. Чтобы не получить провокации, мы вложили оружие.
So the Ukrainian Navy just showed us that they've still got their guns because some people were saying that the Russians had taken them last night when the Admiral changed sides. But it turns out that they just put them into their locker because they just don't want, you know, a little accident to happen. What happened yesterday?
Because yesterday was a little bit frustrated because our previous admiral just changed his position.
Went to the other side.
Yes, other side. But this morning we changed. Just all officers are collected and just says that we belong only Ukraine.
So
and
you're
stayed for Ukraine.
And you're going to remain loyal to the Ukrainian Navy.
Of course, of course.
So how do you feel about the fact that there are Russian soldiers walking around your base?
It's just a real occupation, just maybe not fight yet, but it's real occupation.
What do you think can happen next?
It would be nice if all world united against Russia to push them, move all troops from Ukraine, especially from Crimea. You see, it's a very strange situation. We are staying here, our family are staying everywhere inside Sevastopol, and we're very afraid for our families. And because we have some information that they can be under dangerous because of this situation.
So last night, the commander of the Ukrainian Navy went over to the Russian side. What he actually did was pledge an oath to the people of Crimea, but not to the Ukrainian government. So the Ukrainian government has since installed a new commander, and we're at their central command base, and they're just trying to figure out what the situation is, because after the commander defected last night, the only soldiers roaming around this base with guns are the Russian ones, and all of the Ukrainians are unarmed.
Казах? Ну да, какой-то казак, кто он такой? Непонятно, человек ебать.
It's kind of interesting because the Russian soldier here and the Ukrainian soldiers, they're both just having a chat about how much they hate the Cossacks outside. It's really surreal at this naval base because the Russians have come in and they've occupied Crimea. They're here with their army, but the Russian soldiers and the Ukrainian naval officers, they seem to be getting along. It's like the chillest occupation I've ever seen.
They're saying that we are fascists. We are here like, I don't know, like some animals in the zoo.
Военные есть здесь, ребята? Отключаем воду и свет. Так, ребята, не надо сюда камер. Уйдите.
Just left the base and we're hearing more bad news for the Ukrainians because it looks like this group of Cossacks that have been outside all day blocking the entrance now want to cut their electricity and do whatever they can to make life even more difficult for all of the guys inside.
А вы кто? И что вы? Ваша пресса недействительна.
Эй, отдайте мою
Нет, вы
карточку.
видите, что его пресса недействительна.
Это в России. Отпусти, отпусти.
So I'm really quite shaken by what just happened because that crowd of angry people outside of the Ukrainian base just surrounded me, ganged up on me, took my press card, stomped on it on the ground.
Это в Российской
А здесь что вы
Федерации.
делаете? В
Я
украинском
снимаю, я
где?
работаю.
Ну, покажите.
Почему вы на меня наезжаете?
Нет,
Что я вам
покажите, зачем?
сделал?
One of the guys actually grabbed Freddie, the cameraman, by the neck. It was ridiculous. We almost weren't able to get away.
Эти